Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. My name is Joseph James, schooltrade.com. It's August 10th, 2010, guys. We're 1/3 of the way through our month of August. I think the month of August, remember when you were kids, right? I remember when I was a kid, it seemed like the month of August lasted forever, right? Didn't it? And now here I am as an adult, and we're sitting here trying to trade the month of August, and it still lasts forever, right? So it seems like the month of August is 10 weeks long. It's only about 3.5 though. But we're going to have a full 31 days of trading though the month of August. So whether or not you're trying to get out to the beach this afternoon or whether or not you're trying to get to Labor Day in September, right? We're trading our way through the month of August here, guys. Now, before we talk about the trades we took today, we actually had a pretty good day today. On the blog right now, there's a bunch of new stuff in the blog. Now, remember, use the search box, right? Live support's there 24/7. You got YouTube, Facebook, you got Twitter there right below it, right? Bunch of videos on YouTube you haven't seen before. And then there's the follow me button below that. You always want to follow the blog. Now, our followers, they got a brand new newsletter that went out last night. All right, guys, if you guys saw it, we called 4 different trades yesterday. All 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 winners were called last night in the blog. Now, here's 2 of them. Okay, first one was on crude. Okay, now on the crude here, again, this is on the blog last night. Okay, on the left side here, you'll see this was the snapshot we put up last night. Okay, so here was our entry short here below 81.36. And of course, taking targets here, 81.05 and 80.90. Right, so 81.05 and then 80.90 right down bottom. Now, on the right side here, here's today. So here's 81.36. Right, where do you think we go? There's 85, right? There's 90, and then of course all the way to the bottom of the channel, there we are. All right, guys, so make sure you guys watch that blog at night. Make sure you guys follow the blog. If you can't follow the blog, make sure you're on the newsletter, because this was a crude trade here, short from 81.36 we called last night on the blog. Very easy trade to take advantage of. And of course, do the math. 81.36 down to 80.36. That's 100 ticks there, guys. And we gave you a full 24 hours heads up. Now, of course, in the Russell, similar on the Russell, on the left side here, you've got your short trade call, right? Short from 656.8. And of course, we said here on the blog last night, our exact words in the blog were short from 56.8, profit at 54.5, right? Profit at 54 even, and then all the way to the bottom. So where are we here? Here's our entry here now on the right side. So here we are. Here's the entry short below 56.8. There's your target right there at 54, right? And then we come all the way down, and we're waiting to fill that final target here around 642. All right, guys? So both of those, 2 out of the 4 we reviewed here, were nice big winners. Gold was a big winner. Crude was a big winner. Euro was a big winner last night. All right, guys, so make sure you follow the blog, all right, because there are lots of trade calls that are put on the blog every day. And again, at night now, we'll be doing a full review for tomorrow morning's trading. Okay, so make sure you guys are on the lookout. Okay, this video is just our recap video. We'll be doing another newsletter, right, at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern time to get you guys prepped for the day ahead. All right, now, we actually did have a bunch of good trades today. Okay, we took 90 ticks out of the market. As you can see there, we had a couple tough spots here. Crude, we had 2 scratches on crude. Those could have easily been losses, but we know what to do to get out of a trade early. We had the fast track on crude, which I took with you guys, which was a loss as well. So we had 3, potential losing trades here. Only lost 10 ticks out of the whole deal. So we made it out of there kind of unscathed. We really didn't get beat up too badly today, guys. And then you can see here, at the end of the morning, we put the majority of the money in at the end of the morning. So a little bit uncharacteristic today because today was FOMC day. All right, so 983 today, 90 ticks. You can see we would have been over 100 ticks if it wouldn't have been for that loss there. But, losses happen. We got to keep working through it. So we got $1,800 this week, $9,500 for the month. And guys, $115,000 here for the year so far. We'll keep you guys posted as we move forward. Now, what's the most important thing today? Well, of course, FOMC day was today. And FOMC day is characterized by decent volume. I wouldn't say high volume because it's summertime. Usually it'll be high volume. But this morning we would expect to see decent volume at the open. which will end a little bit earlier than normal. Now, we normally will see good price action until about 11:30, 11:45, right? Sometimes up to noontime. But today, of course, FOMC day, we were thinking 10:45, right? 11 o'clock, we'd be done trading. So summertime FOMC is expected to be even more challenging than regular days. All right, guys? So just be aware. On FOMC day, I want to take my money early, get in, make my money, and get out. Then wait for 2:15. Right, grab a Diet Coke and a bucket of popcorn. Sit back, right, and watch the FOMC announcement. I don't trade the FOMC announcement. All right, I will trade the morning session, but I won't bother with the afternoon session. All right, you'll see what I mean, guys. But this FOMC though is expected to be more challenging because you're not going to get the volume. You're going to have sluggish price action. It's going to be a very unpredictable move here at 2:15 today. Okay, we saw crude in the middle of the bigger picture today. So crude was kind of in a situation where we saw crude in the middle on the 34 range, but at the extremes on the 13. We'll talk about that. Gold was slow and sluggish. We really didn't get anything out of gold today as it chopped around 1200. And of course, the dollar broke out and gave the euro a good kick in the pants to get back up off the lows. Now remember, guys, in the euro, we called that short in the euro last night on the blog. Again, that was in the newsletter that was sent out about 9 o'clock Eastern time last night. All right, guys. So again, dollar broke out. When the dollar moves, everything else moves, and that gave the euro the kick in the pants it needed to get moving as well. So we made money today on the crude and the euro. Now here's the crude oil first. Now this is what I was talking about before, where I said we've got a little bit of a tough situation here on crude, because the first thing is on the left side. Here's my 34 range chart. Okay, this is going to be a 12, 13, 14, 15-minute chart. You'll notice, where are we? We are right in the middle. Right in the middle. You got your wedge high, your wedge low. We're right in the middle. You've also got your channel high, your channel low, and we're right in the middle. Okay, so 34 range, we're right in the middle. That tells me be careful. Now follow me over to the right side. Here's my 4 range chart. Now a 4 range chart, this is a scalper's time frame. So a 4 range chart, this is going to use in the 4 range chart, right, a scalping method, but you'll notice we've got a channel right down. So completely different sides here. See that? We get an upward trending channel in the 34 range, which means the long-term trend is up. But then in the 4 range chart, I see a downward trending channel, which means the short-term trend was down. So here's the problem. We're right in the middle on the 34 range, and you can see on the 4 range, on the 34 in the middle, on the 4 range, where are we? We're down at these lows. Right, so I'm looking to buy these lows above 80.19. So we had to make sure we identified the 34 range first, and what I saw right away was we got to be a little bit careful today because we're right in the middle. Okay, we can go either way, but the problem is being right in the middle, we're not going to have any real clear control, right? Buyers and sellers back and forth. But then, of course, I see we're at the bottom of this wedge, or the bottom of the channel on the 4 range, and now I want to be a buyer at these lows. So I'm going to take the 4 range chart. I'll use my entry with the 4 range. But knowing what the situation is now, the 34, being in the middle, I want to be careful. Okay, so knowing about this stuff, we're going to look to buy the lows or break out to the downside here. Okay, so basically what happened here is we had a channel. And this downward sloping channel, here we are. I'm going to come down. I'm going to break out right below the channel. Okay, and when I do this, right, very important, we get far, far away from that channel. Okay, so there's going to be my breakout to the downside, real far away. Okay, to the upside, it's easy, right? The upside is just mark up the swing high, right, break above that swing high, and there's your break to the upside. All right, guys. Now we took the first trade here, looking for that break outside of the channel. So here's my channel bottom, or my wedge bottom, whatever you want to call it. Right, here's my channel bottom right here. And so, of course, with my channel bottom here, I'm originally going to look to buy the lows, right? So mark up my swing high, break above that swing high, but we never got it, right? We never got the 2-step. Okay, remember, we were looking to buy the lows. So if we don't get the 2-step, what do we see? We see momentum curl over. We see large sellers at those lows instead of large buyers. We see speed increasing at the low, right? So we come down here now. We test the low of day again right there. We're then going to break below that low of day